Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Factorio here in our step-by-step to Megabase series. Looking at our research, we stepped into a bottleneck. I probably should have taken care of the next science pack a little bit sooner. However, this does not matter because I would like to take another step first, and that is robotics. The thing is, for the next two science packs, we're gonna need to scale things up by a lot, and it just doesn't help if we keep on building production queues without adding more raw resources. So in order to do the next science pack, we're gonna need 3 additional smelting columns, and all of that is just better done with blueprints, so I don't have to place everything myself. And overall, we're gonna save ourselves a lot of time this way. So what we're gonna be doing in today's episode is make a little expansion right here, and we're gonna give ourselves the ability to craft power armor and a whole bunch of robots. To get things going, I'm gonna craft myself a oil refinery and a couple of storage tanks. Let's go with 6. And I'm also gonna need about 3 chemical labs, maybe even 4. I'm gonna set up the oil refinery right here, and we're gonna set it to the advanced oil processing recipe. Move this pipe a little bit and connect this up right there. Now all we need to make this work is some water. We can easily grab that from our existing source, hook that up right there, and we are already processing oil into heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum. In order to collect and store some of these liquids, I'm gonna set up 3 sets of 2 tanks for each liquid. So another one can go here, and then the third one right there. That seems to be fine. We're gonna add some pipe work to this. We can already hook up the petroleum, and then we're just gonna add individual systems for each of the liquids. So we can just collect them like so without the pipes interfering with each other. We bring this over and along here. Yeah, that seems about right. Now we're already collecting the light oil, and we just have to do the same thing with the heavy oil. Do something like that and bring this all the way over. Connect you and connect you. Wonderful. All the research we can do is now completed, but do not worry. This step here is one that I definitely want to take to spare myself some pain. Good. Now we want to work our way towards producing batteries, for which we need sulfuric acid. We can do that with sulfur and iron plates and some water. So let's set this up maybe right there. We can actually have it right adjacent to this, and we want sulfuric acid. Now one thing we could do to get more iron is this. Then grab an underground belt. Actually, let's do an underground belt right here, so we can have this a little bit further, and then we can do something along these lines. This is going to give us access to iron. We then also need a little bit of sulfur, which we can grab from here, and if we just do that, I think we're going to be fine. Have a power pole right there, and we can have 2 inserters taking care of these products. Let's build 1 filter inserter to also take care of the sulfur that is necessary for this recipe. Just add that here, and to the white list we're gonna add sulfur. And just like that, we're now producing sulfuric acid. We can use the sulfuric acid in the next recipe right there, which is gonna be batteries. We just need iron plates and copper plates. So we can hook that up right away, get a power pole going, and to get copper, it's gonna be as easy as splitting it up right there and then just moving along. Yeah, that seems to be pretty straightforward. We can turn this around and do something like that. Get also 2 inserters. I think I'm gonna move this power pole over a little bit. Have both inserters like so I can get the batteries out of there onto a belt. And to be completely honest with you, I first want them to go into a storage chest, so we can stack up on maybe 5 stacks of batteries, and then another inserter is gonna get these out of there. We're mainly after the flying robot frames here. We have the batteries, we need electric engine units, for which we need lubricant engine units. The engine units we get with steel, iron gear wheels, and pipes. Let's take care of them. We can have this set up right here. We just need 1 assembler. This doesn't really go for ratios. We just want something that keeps crafting in the background while we do other stuff. Long-handed inserter to get the iron in there. And then I guess we could have another one right here responsible to craft the engine units. We are going to need electronic units as well. So why not go ahead and split this up right there. Turn this around, and we're gonna go all the way over. And then lastly, I guess we're gonna need another filter inserter placed right here to grab some of this steel. So I'm gonna have you right there, filtering things out here, and then we just join the line. And we have all the materials necessary. Let's set this up to grab some steel, make sure it is powered, and we now have steel, iron gear wheels, and electronic circuits available as well. We can grab the pipes from here. Then I guess we want to split up both of these lines. I'm actually not sure. We don't necessarily need to split them up. We can just bring them along here and they will happily continue. That means we need a long-handed and normal inserter with a power pole to get things going. Wonderful. The next machine then would be the upgraded engine unit, which is electric engine unit. So we need another chemical lab to craft the lubricant. Let's place it into this direction. Yeah, that should be good. Lubricant, we just need heavy oil, which we have available right there. So that is easy enough. Just hook it up like so. And we already get lubricant. Now, of course, we will have to go ahead and balance the output we're getting from the oil refinery. So we have to keep that in mind. However, now I would say we can go ahead, craft the electric engine unit. Let's also continue these lines. What do I need? Just the electronic circuits. Okay, so we need engine units. Oh, give me inserters. Thank you. There we go. Engine units and electronic circuits. That means a long-handed inserter. And hold the phone. This should be something else. This should be set to flying robot frames, I guess. We need steel plates, batteries, electronic circuits, and engine units. So the engine units, obviously, we get from here. Steel we also get, and the electronic circuits. Very nice. That seems to be pretty straightforward. And of course, the batteries we're grabbing from here. And just like that, we have access to the flying robot frames as well. We're gonna collect them in a storage chest, but maybe just one stack. Let's now also grab the lubricant, maybe bring it along here. That was too close. No, that's okay. We can connect that, and the engine units are being crafted as well. Afterwards, I also would like to grab some of them because we need them for crafting recipes, and maybe one stack is also enough. Okay, now this can just happily craft away while we maybe eradicate some more biter nests. I noticed we are causing some pollution in unknown territory. That is never good. And also some of the biter nests expanded again. So it might be a good idea to go for that while this is crafting in the background. Maybe let's have a look at the crafting recipes. We want to go for the power armor. We need 40 steel plates, processing units. Oh, I totally forgot about them. We need processing units and high density structures as well. But we also want to craft a whole bunch of personal batteries. We want to craft the belt immunity equipment. We want to craft exoskeletons, for which we need the electric engine units and processing units. And of course, we want to craft the personal roboport, which alone requires 45 batteries. So with that kept in mind, let's maybe add another 2 crafting assemblers. This one here I'm gonna set to low density structures, and the other one next to it to the processing units. We now need access to some sulfuric acid, which I left the spot for right here, so we can go across there without issues. That means I'm gonna adjust the placement of this guy a little bit. What was it? Set to processing units. Turn this around, and now we can easily hook up the sulfuric acid. Now we just need advanced units and electronic units. We add the electronic units right there, and the advanced ones I'm gonna grab from here. So we just bring this somewhere along there. Maybe to make it a little bit better, we're gonna add another filter inserter right there, filtering out advanced circuits. And now these can tug along here. Wonderful. Add them into the machine, and we also want to add that into a storage chest. Let's limit this to, let's say, 2 stacks should be good. Actually, 1 stack should be good as well, because they stack to 200, I believe. But there we go. Just hook it up to power, and we're golden here. What do we need? Copper plates, steel plates, and plastic bars. Steel plates we can grab from here. The copper plates I'm gonna split up at this spot and add from the side. And then finally I'm just gonna split up some plastic here, though it's not very elegant, I do know that. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. All we need is to get access to all of these resources as quickly as possible. And this is exactly what we're doing here. Now, low density structures, they only stack to about 10. So we want to collect enough of them. But yeah, we can already see we got some processing units now going for us. And we will also be getting the flying robot frames. We will be getting plenty of electric engine units. And if we have a look at our tanks, they are not full. So we can take our sweet time to let these materials accumulate while we take care of some biters. Okay, I've driven all around the lake. It is quite enormous, so maybe I should just have built a bridge, but there we go. These guys here would have attacked very soon, and I don't regret going all the way around the lake. I eradicated a couple of nests. They are now getting bigger and bigger. However, they are still no match for my cannon shells, which usually take good care of them. And usually now I just let them accumulate a little bit in the back of me, and then one cannon shell will be taking care of an entire group. With that, I'm just gonna continue eradicating all the nests along the coasts where the pollution will be the worst. And this should really be no issue for us. Usually, well, if we are not careful, it can be an issue, as the biters have evolved to be much more effective. It's looking much better here on the north side. I think we're almost out of the danger zone. And there's also a lot of forest across the lake. Let's keep on eradicating these guys. With the tank, I sometimes run into the issue that I forget to refuel it. So that is very important, that you always have something ready to keep it going. Looks like we have a couple more nests here. Yeah, I don't like that. They haven't been here previously. I think we can only take out one more because I'm running out of cannon shells. Oh, never mind. I actually took another stack with me, so now I'm back to 200. Not too bad. This already feels quite powerful, but it's gonna be much better once we get access to the Spidertron. Still, I'm taking what I can get, and the tank does a respectable job. Good, with that out of the way, I would say I'm gonna eradicate this and this base as well, and then I'm gonna make my way back home. Wonderful, we have arrived back at the base and we have collected plenty of flying robot frames. Also electric engine units. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these stacks. They only stack to 100, the processing units, and here we also grab a couple of these low density structures. Now we can already make the power armor, which we shall do. We are getting rid of the heavy armor. And then I guess we can get crafting with an exoskeleton. That's what we're gonna need. Maybe some night vision goggles are also useful. Belt immunity equipment, definitely. And now that we are wearing the power armor, we can right click in order to see the grid. Now we just have to decide where we want to place the various units, and also we have to keep on crafting. For instance, I would like to see 2 personal roboports. We can support 10 robots per roboport. For that we need to grab a stack of batteries. Ooh, they stack to 200. Yeah, we don't need that many. And we also need a couple of steel plates, which we can grab from here. Yes, wonderful. 2 personal roboports coming up. And then I also would like to see maybe 4 personal batteries Mark II. I don't know how many yet, but we need 10 personal batteries. So I'm also gonna start crafting those. Maybe I'm gonna grab one more stack of batteries. Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead, place the night vision goggles over here and a belt immunity equipment. The personal roboports, I think I'm gonna set up right here. And then we can start filling everything up with batteries and solar panels. We will soon enough be able to upgrade everything, but for now, the personal roboports is just what we have to go with. I'm also gonna grab some circuits here and copper cables, and this is gonna allow us to build a couple of these portable solar panels. Last but not least, I would like to see 20 construction robots. We do have the materials for those as well. Now we can also see heavy oil, we only have around 6k. Light oil, we seem to be up to 13k, and then the petroleum is also up to 16k. So we need to find a way to convert or upgrade the storage of the liquids we have too many of. I think one thing we can do is just use a couple of chemical plants in order to create solid fuel. This way we use the heavy oil for the lubricant and the rest we're gonna use to create solid fuel. Another option we have is just to stack them inside of barrels. We can have 50 units of light oil in a barrel and then just keep stacking them in chests. I got my first solar panel. We are just gonna set these up all over the place, and then over the course of a day or two we should be able to fully power up the armor suit. If you look at the exoskeleton, it's using up 200 kilowatts, and just the night goggles right here are using 10 kilowatts. They kicked in now, so we can see a little bit better in the dark. But obviously one of our solar panels is only creating 30 kilowatts at its peak, and during the nighttime it's not going to produce anything. So soon enough these night vision goggles should shut off again because we don't have the power to support them. Yeah, there we go. They just shut off. That's just how it goes. But it shouldn't be an issue for a very long time unless we use the armor extensively. And here are the construction robots incoming. They will remain in my inventory, and whenever I have stuff in my inventory that can be used to complete a blueprint, they will do it for me. It's so convenient. And I think also necessary at the stage we are at, because we need to place so many things just to keep up with the ratios. I'm gonna set up some chemical labs here and there, and we will be producing solid fuel here and solid fuel from petroleum there. And I think what I want to do is hook these up with wire. So we kind of want to check the liquid inside of these tanks. I guess we need to do this with a pump. So we are gonna place a couple of pumps in between. Oh, looks like we have our first personal batteries Mark II. Now I want to be careful with the placement here, because once I take them out again, they're gonna go to 0 charge. So I want to make sure I don't swap these around all the time. There's another one. Wonderful. That will already give us plenty of charge, should even last during the nighttime. There are my pumps. We're gonna place them to extract the liquids and then just hook up the tank to the pump right there. And we can set the pump to, let me see, that's 25k per tank. Let's say if we go above 25k, then we want to send a green signal. And so the pump is going to pump stuff out into the chemical lab right there. And this chemical lab is going to produce some solid fuel for us. And just like that, we should be able to get this running. And we just do the very same thing over here. This time around with petroleum, connect this to the pump. We want to detect petroleum, everything above 25,000. Oh, did I set the other one to 25? That might have been a mistake. Yeah, it's 25,000. Okay. Then I think we're just going to add a steel chest here and then maybe connect this. I don't know. I don't even care. I just need to be able to extract this. Okay, we got some more solar panels and there should be at least one more battery. The rest, I think I'm just going to fill up with solar panels. Yeah, so that is about 10 more that we require. I can craft 6 at the moment, but wait, I'm needing too many materials for this. We can cut down on this by collecting some of this chunk. Something else we need to check out now, this is my walking speed currently. Let's have a look at it the next day when the exoskeleton works. Wonderful. Right now the roboports are still charging up. They seem to get priority. No, actually night vision and the belt immunity is also upgraded. So now I'm not going to be carried away by the belts anymore. This is going to be so useful. But let's show off something else. For instance, I could just go ahead, copy this over. And if I now place this here, inside the green area, all of my robots are just gonna build that and I'm gonna be very, very happy. I can even now use the deconstruction planner, do that, and the robots are also gonna take care of that. All I need to make sure is that I don't really do it extensively, and maybe we should wait until the batteries are once fully charged. But there is my last solar panel. I think we should be good with 4 batteries Mark II. And this is going to be the load I'm going for right now. Also now we are walking a little bit faster. It is not extremely fast, but it's just one exoskeleton and it's going to make a few things also less painful. Great stuff. I would say with that out of the way, we are now completely prepared to go for the next science packs. And as mentioned, we're going to need 3 more smelting columns just to get things rolling. That will also imply tapping into some more resources eventually, but now everything should be much easier and less painful with the robots and we can progress faster. Well then, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.